Jillian Michaels is with us, host of the Keeping It Real podcast. I subscribe. Everyone else should as well. Jillian, good to see you. I think about sort of how this is being viewed, because so much of America is viewing this right through the media. They're not economic experts. They're not tariff experts. There's going to be winners and losers. We know that. And the losers obviously are being covered well. We all know how much the stock market went down. Do you think the winners are being covered as well? Is it fair? Is it giving America a fair idea of what's ahead?
I don't really know if we've seen winners yet. And what I mean by that is everyone is going to be affected, whether you're a person who's extremely wealthy and you have a massive portfolio, or you're a small business owner, or you're someone like my mom who's retired, or you're a person investing in a 529 account for your kid's college fund. We're all seeing it. It's scary. But what I will say, without question, is that there's a heck of a lot broken. And I do think Trump's intentions are in the right place. Now, I'm not an economist and I don't have a crystal ball. But I also think, like you said, we got to give this some time. We'll pull out of this. I really believe that. There are asymmetries here with trade across the board that are quite honestly obscene, and things I think we've been trying to tackle as a country for a long time. Whether this works, I don't know, and Trump is certainly the best at playing chicken out of any human being on the planet that I have ever observed. So I'm basically holding on to the roller coaster, I think, just like everyone else.
Yeah, it's a poker game, right? He thinks he's sitting here with four aces. If it's between you and economists, we'll always have you on. Far more interesting. I have a degree in economics, never found an economics professor who was interesting. But there's this sort of extreme focus on the stock market. One, because the numbers are big. Two, because it is the most instant response. Prices at the grocery store haven't gone up. Prices on Amazon haven't gone up. And Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports, was all in on the problems that have happened. Take a listen.
And it's tariff city. Trump has put his tariffs all over the place. I've been trying to understand them. I don't. And everything's in the shitter because of it. I'm down $7 million in stocks and crypto.
I'm wondering if there's not a lot of people who are out there who've had their jobs shipped overseas, who've watched their towns get decimated, have realized that their kids don't have a future where they're at, and see this and go, well, when it was good for the rich people, it was bad for me. So when it's bad for the rich people, maybe it's going to be good for me.
Listen, I think it's going to be bad for everybody in the short term. Even young kids that are trying to get into the housing market, that's going to be more expensive because building materials are going to go up significantly. But I do believe, as you're saying, that over time, if Trump utilizing these tariffs as a leveraging tool to make things more fair, bring back more investment into America, and I believe that we've already seen roughly, I think, $400 billion come in. There's chips coming in from Taiwan that are going to be built here now. Companies like Hyundai are talking about building their cars here in America. You're seeing Canada come to the table and close that border. You're seeing change happen. Panama was starting to negotiate, but it's going to take time. Now, does Trump have 2 years? I don't think so. I think it costs him the midterm. I think he's got to figure it out much sooner than that. And we've all heard the term, it's the economy's stupid. He's not dumb. And I have some faith in him that he's not crazy either. But I do think we're all going to go through hell for a little bit. I don't think anyone's coming out of this unscathed in the short term.
I'm going to use a workout analogy because I said in an interview before,
Please.
Americans have gone through hard things before, right? World War II and other times after 9/11, I think about it, Valley Forge. But from a workout perspective, right, no pain, no gain. There's a certain amount of Americans who I think buy into that idea. Is there the argument that America has kind of forgotten what pain is and how to kind of pull ourselves up?
It's actually a great analogy because here's what I'll tell you. There's the right amount of stress and then there's too much stress. So whether or not Americans have become weaker, not as tough, right? We can debate that all day long, but the reality is if you push someone too hard, they'll get a stress fracture. They'll become injured in one way or another. And that's where you've got to find the sweet spot and not send this thing into a nosedive.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.